Hello and welcome to Tear Down These Walls podcast. Here we tear down the walls of silence, shame and stigma one story at a time. And for episode 14, I have the lovely Zach. Zach, you're very, very welcome.
Thanks for having me on.
I can't help smiling looking at you. I've just said you're so infectious, and since you got in the car and I picked you up, I've been smiling. And after our first conversation, I think I was smiling for an hour after. So I just wanted to say that. So yeah, we usually start off. I usually go back right to the beginning.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your childhood and where you grew up. And you don't mind me saying, because I know you're Davy's son, and you're like a young version of him looking across from you. You're better looking than Davy, but you have that beautiful smile. So yeah, if you wanna keep us on, Zach.
Regular childhood. Normally, grew up in Mountjoy flats, Dublin 1. Very good, but most of my mates were foreign, even never Irish. I always kind of stood away from the group, if you know what I mean. All of them were like, they were going down the bad route in life. They were selling drugs. They were doing this. They were doing that. Versus myself, I was very, very, very nervous when it came to anything like that. Grew up with me two sisters and me ma, Toni, Cody, and Nicola. So raised by three women. So when it comes to emotional intelligence, it's good. When it comes to actual intelligence, I'm absolutely fucking shocking. Well, just a regular childhood, mental health, but I think we all usually have the mental health when it comes to it.
Where did you go to school, Zach?
I went to school, three schools. So from junior infants to first class, I went to Garner Street, which is obviously Garner Street lower there, just in between the lane. That church, Garner Street Church as well. And then I went to O'Connell's from second class up to second year. Then I left in second year because I was getting bullied.
Okay.
Then I went to Larkin for 4 years. From 2017 to 2020, then COVID came, and then school just kind of dipped out, if that makes sense.
And how was school for you? How did you...
It was good, yeah. Like the first couple of years were grand. Like I was, how would you say, being raised by women kind of makes you a little bit more, how would you say, flamboyant. I'm gonna put it like more in touch with
women.
With women, essentially.
So you got on well with the girls, I'm imagining.
Yeah, the 50. Like I was always, I wouldn't say I was a weirdo as a child. Like I always liked my own company, but I was always the type of person to speak to everyone. The teachers always loved me, even though I never did the homework.
I can see why.
In third year, they said, when I was graduating third year, they said, welcoming Zach, he could talk his way out of anything.
Yeah.
That's just what type of person I was. I was a fast talker, and that's probably why I do sales nowadays. Like I work in insurance as well, so it's kind of,
you're in the right job, honestly.
It's repetitive at times, but it does be grand, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd say you're really, really good at it. And I remember your mad and dad having you, but I hadn't seen you. And I remember your mad and dad together. I think I was saying to someone, they were like, they always looked so well, the two of them. They were dressed immaculately, both of them.
That's me, ma. I had him dressed well.
And your ma has such a big personality as well. But I haven't seen your ma in a few years. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen her, but I do remember. But I don't remember you, because I know you family in Sheriff Street.
Yeah.
You'd have Jane and the gang, but I don't remember you specifically down there.
I never would have grown, like, whenever I went down to Sheriff Street. Normally you'd catch me at the IFSC where my Auntie Kelly, who passed away, she used to be. That was from, I think she was 12. I think it was about 12 or 13 when she moved into my nanny's house on Calais Avenue. But you catch me around there sometimes. But I spent all my childhood in Mountjoy Square.
Yeah, you told me in the car you really miss living there. You loved
amazing childhood. Then with NYP2 with the likes of Elaine McCann. I don't know if you know her.
I do indeed. I know Elaine well. All the youth projects.
Yeah, they raised me. They did.
What was it for you? Because I know, Zach, most young boys, whether they were reared with women or not, would be. It's very hard not to be, gravitate towards the street kids and to grow up to no good. And especially with probably not having the male role model in your life. So it is a real different story compared to most people I have, because most of the lads, they were out, like they talk about being out from morning to night, rob cars, petty crime, and then it elevated. But for you, what was it for you that made you turn away from all of that stuff that was...
Me ma.
Your ma.
My ma, yeah. Drugs were around you, always consistently better into our heads as a kids. Don't smoke, don't drink, do that. Now, obviously, I can't really say that much now, since I like to have a vape now and again. And I'm fond of a whiskey here and there, but I do try stay away from alcohol as much as I can, because as you do know, you make a lot of stupid decisions on it.
There's nothing sure.
Stupid decisions on it.
Nothing sure. I'm in awe, because honestly, I didn't want to know much. I didn't want to go onto your social media and know a lot about you. I wanted to sit and have the conversation. But it is unusual. Like, I have a brother and sister that never tried drugs. And before we started, she told me that you've never used drugs.
Smoked a joint 3 times, took 3 panic attacks. That's how I knew it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I get that from my dad's side of the family now. He didn't obviously inherit that, but me nanny, me dad's ma nanny Nicola, and she suffered a lot of nerves.
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
Yeah, she suffered, like, that side of the family, especially the women in that family, have been known to suffer with the nerves a little bit. I think that's where I kind of pick it up from as well. It's kind of an inherited gene, I think.
It's a genetic predisposition.
Yeah.
Like, you are predisposed to
Yeah,
suffering.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I like it though. It's great. It does me good. It keeps me away from drugs. Like, I don't mind a drink here and there and getting drunk now and again, but like, I can control it.
But you can see the positives, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
In that.
I'm more in touch with my own emotions rather than everything else, but I have went off the deep end a good few times when it comes to my mental health.
Tell us a little bit about that, because I know you just said school was okay. There was a little bit of bullying.
School was a nightmare.
Was it?
Nightmare. It was
Tell
a
us
fucking
about
nightmare.
that.
From 4th class up until about 2nd year, I was with the exact same group, the exact same school, the exact same everyone. Now, I wasn't exactly the most easiest kid to get along with, if that makes sense. Like, do you know what I mean? I always tried to be funny. I always tried to be the class clown. I always tried to be something that I wasn't.
Stand out, sort of, and looking at attention. And
attention.
That attention seeking.
I think I did attention seeking just because I wanted that. I was bored. Like, I wasn't paying attention in school. I wasn't doing this. I wasn't doing that. But it's the same classmates that would say something to me, that would bully me, that would do this, that would do that. And like, I hold no grudge against them. They are where they are in life. I am where I am in my life. Like, we were young. That's life. But I do think that when you kind of go through something like that, it does shape you.
100%.
Shapes you, yeah.
It shapes you. I think every experience that we have, good, bad, or indifferent, shapes us in some way. You know, I always say that, or it changes the shape of it.
Exactly.
I like to say. So how did the school, or how did your ma deal with that? Or how did you deal with it, actually? Like,
Me ma, me nanny, me auntie who passed away, Kelly, even me auntie Jolene, every single one that were down there nearly every bleeding week, even in the NYP too. Kenneth, I never forget Kenneth going down as well, like Anto going down the lane, even going down some, I think, no, not the NYP too, that was later.
These were all the youth workers from
the youth workers was more in Lark, and this one was in O'Connell. It's like, all my family were going down 24/7
to the school.
Yeah, and then the teachers were fucking, do you mind if I say bad language?
Absolutely not, no.
The teachers were effing gobshite, so I won't say anything else, but like the principal, I remember I had a vice principal, and I kept on saying I don't want to be in the school anymore. She's like, you're not going to get anywhere. Larkin's not going to accept you. You're not going to go anywhere in
this
life.
This from
like,
O'Connell.
Yeah, this from O'Connell. Her name is Miss Kidney. I'd say it out straight, like, if she's listened to this, look where I am now. I made something with my life.
But you know what? You wouldn't be the first Zach I've heard.
Exactly.
So I remember a young lad in my class in Marino, and look at his dad was in prison, and he had a bit of a difficult background, and the teacher saying, you're going to end up exactly like your dad in prison. And I remember that day, the way he looked, the young guy. So they did say things like that,
It's a scummy thing to say.
Well, it's certainly not going to do any goodness for a kid, and especially a kid that's struggling, definitely. So what happened then? Did you stay or did you leave?
Well, I remember when I was in first class, first year, this was when the first initial encounter happened really with school. I think it was the first week in. A teacher had slagged me. An SNA had slagged me, saying, we turned around and said, you can't be saying that to gay boys like that. I turned around and I said, like, someone had slagged me. And she'd said that, and I turned around and said, I'm not gay.
So someone made an accusation.
Someone just slagged me as usual, because my last name is Faye, so they automatically say Zachariah Gay. Do you know what I mean?
God, kids are so cruel now, aren't they?
No, it's grand. Like, I just used to laugh at it. But then when 1 became 10, then 10 became 20, it toppled you over on time, but
Well, it's going to, I think I said this before, if someone prods you with a toothpick, it doesn't really hurt, but if someone keeps prodding in that same spot with the toothpick, it's going to eventually be a big wound.
Exactly.
Isn't it? So
it's going to leave a scar, but you just have to, my thought processing is I'll think about it, I won't dwell on it, and I'll get over it. I told me mate, who I thought at the time was my friend, I was feeling suicidal because of all the shit that was happening. My man knew, everyone knew. He took a screenshot of it and turned it into a meme and spread it around the school. I don't remember the fella's bleeding name. I won't bring up names anyway. Move on from that. Like the teachers, just like we all shout the teachers, start laughing. Like they were like, "What do you want us to do about it?" Literally said, "What do you want us to do about it?" No form of. They tried to send me to a guidance counsellor. Fucking idiot she was.
It didn't work for you, Zach.
No, I love counselling. I love therapy, but
that particular one didn't work for you.
Judged me. I don't like people who judge.
No.
You're not supposed to judge people, especially if you're trying to young.
Well, not people walking in those senses.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think we're trained not to judge and to be open-minded and to not be biased and just take a bit of work. We're all human, but I think if you're going to accept that role, I think you need to be, a little bit more open-minded. Do you think, just when you were saying that even with your second name, because you were brought up with 3 women, it has its advantages for sure.
100%.
My husband was brought up mostly by women, and he was like, women loved him, and not in that way, but because he was a great conversationalist with them, and he was in touch with their feelings and their emotions. So it really stands to you. But you think that probably brought out the feminine, because I know for him it did. It brings out a feminine side to people.
It does.
No, like he loved scented candles, and he loved face creams for himself.
I do skincare, I love it.
So it did bring out all that, and I really liked that because he really understood me. So it's a great thing, but kids can be cruel with that and zoning in that, and for instance, because you're in touch with your feminine side, can
I'm glad they did it, if anything.
Now you are, Zach.
Now I am. At the time I wasn't. At the time I hated them. But now I'm glad that I went through that. I'm glad because that builds a lot of emotional resilience. It builds a lot of strength of
character.
Yeah, exactly. Character, and it's allowed me to go from. I was always the type of person to go up on the stage and sing. Couldn't even though I couldn't hit a note. I used to think I'm bleeding Whitney Houston. Like, sound more like bleeding Jimmy Savile than Whitney Houston. Oh, it'd be bleeding gas. I got up my sister singing competitions. I'm like, can I sing? Like, this is a singing competition. I'm like, yeah, I can sing. I'd be here singing, unbreak my heart. I'd sound like I'd have diarrhea come up from the goat.
Have you ever tried stand-up comedian?
Yeah,
comedy, no, because you could definitely do it, not sure. So what happened after that? What did that do to you, Zach? Because I know you said you sort of suffered with your mental health for a bit. When did that start to have? Because you've said a few times, I didn't care, but it's not true. We do care, I think, as young kids. Because what do you do with all that stuff?
Build her up. It's like a bottle. You build and you fill her up.
The pressure tank is building and building, and it's going to explode. So when did it erupt for you?
It was 15. August 19th,
you remember
2018.
The date? 2018.
Kelly passed away, 5:05 or 5:06 p.m. I never forget that.
Oh my God!
Remember the exact time. That's that day.
Yeah.
I think as myself, I went from kind of mental health, like minor ones, like here and there. I feel a bit this. After that day, I just went numb and completely emotionally numb.
That's
the last person at our grave. We buried her a couple of days later. Last person at our grave. It started pouring rain. There was spiders and all crawling up me. I never forget. I had a match that day as well with my football team. I was like, I'm at my empty funeral. I'm like, I'm just living my life. Now, this is 2 years on. This was when I actually went to a new school. This was when I got accepted into Larkin. Yeah. This is when I got accepted into doing some things, like about to start a new thing, and then all of a sudden I'm in Germany, ironically where I'm going tomorrow. All of a sudden I'm in Germany and I get a phone call. My ma is not really feeling, like my ma's not, this is when she got diagnosed. This was February 19th or February 18th. because my ma had a premonition that she'll pass away on August 18th, but it was actually the 19th. We got a phone call, and then Elaine McCann was there as well. We were all in Germany with the NYP2.
With the youth club.
With the youth club doing an exchange, and that was an amazing experience. I won't even lie, it was a brilliant experience. But
it's great what they do for kids, isn't it? These places that, that was so much needed in those communities, in every community.
Yeah,
but
like luckily I was a lucky kid. Me ma did what she had. Like me ma was a grafter. She'd buy art, and the second someone knocked on your door and this fell off a truck, me ma
she got a chance.
Yeah,
listen,
she got a chance
I mean, who didn't in those areas?
Exactly.
It's still happening. I
remember
telling a guy from down here that, me man, no, they were knocking with steaks and whatever, and he was like, what? They've bugs on them in the super value up in.
My man only took 2 steaks off someone there about 2 or 3 months ago. Give me all of me. Some fella outside on Parnell, I'd never forget it.
But look, poverty is one of the issues that I talk about in communities like that. Yeah. And if you're going to get something for less than half price, you're going to take it. Of course you are.
Irish Angus beef steaks, yeah. My mum was taking that 100%. I'm like, Ma, what you like? I work a good job.
Yeah.
I earn okay money, like enough to live comfortably. I spend it like stupid, but enough to live comfortably.
Yeah, you're not in that poverty trap with yourself.
After me last week until I get paid, and I'm skint right now actually.
And you're going away in the morning. Good luck.
The butter vouchers.
But I know the butter vouchers, I think I spoke about them with my cousin Christian. I did actually remember. Well, I remember them actually, the book with butter vouchers. But tell us, so you were saying that Kelly was after passing away and your ma got diagnosed.
No, Kelly so this was when Kelly got diagnosed.
Sorry, Kelly got diagnosed.
So this was before she passed away. When she got diagnosed, I was in a car park in Essen in Germany, and like I broke down immediately. To me, I rang my ma and I told her I wasn't really feeling like, because my mental health was acting up that day.
Okay.
People there weren't exactly the most nicest people. The Germans people, like I got along with them at the very beginning, but towards the end of it, like just 2 very different people.
Very much
just
so.
Very so. Yeah. Like very boring
people. They
don't
seem to show their emotions as much as we do, or they're not full of expression. Or
like I wasn't afraid to speak. I think they just kind of got sick and tired of me. I sure would. Honestly, when I was that age, I wouldn't shut them. Like, no, I got a phone call. My mum was in Spain at the time with our friend Daniel, and she was like, she felt off. And I was like, what's wrong? She's like, nothing. She didn't tell me. Then I rang my sister Toni, and she was in London at the time. She was crying. I was like, what's up? Blurts out Kelly has cancer. Then I started crying right then there behind the van, and never forget it. Then we had to drive back about 40 minutes because we were going to a little place where we're staying near Bockmuller, near Hattingen, a little village near Bochum in Germany. And the whole drive home, I felt sick. Sick to my stomach. Sick to my stomach. And I don't know what it was between them 2 situations. I just was never the same after.
Okay.
When it comes to emotions. Like, I'm very able to have conversations. But when it comes to me crying, like when it comes to actually me opening up and expressing my emotions, I've had this even in previous relationships. So many over relationship. And then my other first relationship, like, I could show emotion, but I would never, like, I'd always try push it aside. Like, you know what I mean?
Connect with the emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did try push a lot of it to the side.
Do you think it was a bit of sort of like a defense mechanism like that you put up? Because so many of us do that, like we don't even know that we're doing it, and then we automatically go into those defense mechanisms then. So was the information that they just overload and it hit you that hard that then you built up you
built up a resilience.
Yeah.
Built up I buried the year later my uncle Michael. He died from brain cancer. Then what else? Nico, then Debbie. Then I think that
it's been so many. Yeah, I wasn't thinking that with the both families.
Both families, yeah. Like Debbie, I think I still haven't cried over Debbie. I wasn't close to them growing up. I didn't. When people are sick,
develop that relationship.
Yeah, when people are sick, I detach myself. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't, just in order protect yourself.
Self-preservation.
Self-preservation, exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm very, very much so. If you come into my life, I don't like when someone leaves. Therefore, it takes me a long time to process something. Like, even breakups, it only took me a little while.
It's hard to let go, isn't it, though?
Very hard, yeah.
It's hard to say goodbye, and it's hard to let
Yeah.
go. And look, I'm 44, so I'm a lot older than you are. And it's one of the big things I struggle with. And I think it was because of all the deaths I had when I was a kid, that saying goodbye to somebody is nearly like a death, even if they're or letting go of somebody or something from me is so difficult because I have attachment issues. I want to hold on, and I don't want, even if it's not good for me, Zach.
Sometimes it's best to let go, I found.
Yeah.
I needed...
I'll let you know when I get there.
Best thing I'm doing, like, I'm only 23, like, but what other people have gone through with 40 years, I've went through with 23 years. Does
I
that make
hear
sense?
you, yeah.
Like, when I went to a therapist there a few weeks back, and I told my story, and it's just like, what? Like, even the therapist was 45, 46, even I've never went through that much, and I'm just like,
yeah.
It's not what I went through, because I had a great childhood, I had great support, I had great everything. Like, I just went through a lot of mental... there was something wrong with me. My mate said, I had something wrong with you every week. But there was. Genuinely, there was something different wrong about me.
You felt it.
Yeah, it was like a domino effect.
So where did that leave you? Like, what was, so when you felt like you were switched off and you weren't dealing, what happened then, with life then? So how did it snowball for you?
Kelly's death, I never went to school. I decided to do fourth year. That was the last year.
Transition, yeah.
Stopped caring about everything that I loved. Football, I stopped playing football, started sitting in more, watching Netflix, rebelling a lot more. And I was never the type of rebellious child. I never brought trouble to my ma's door.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Oh, it does. I can tell.
Never brought trouble to my ma's door. Maybe like when I was to 19, 20, like a few drinks, and probably said something to the wrong person.
But nothing malicious or anything like that.
No,
yeah.
never accused
petty.
No, nothing petty. God, I'm not like me dad. Dad, if you listen to this, I do not have a track record. I've never been convicted of a crime.
You learn what not to do through your dad.
Yeah.
And that can be such a big lesson for people.
100%.
My sister looks at me and says, you learned me so much of what not to do in life.
I sat there for an hour and 40 minutes with me ma, and we just listened to me dad's podcast.
Did you both listen to it with your ma?
Every single thing. And I was like, I paused and me ma kept talking like, I don't mean to be rude, shut up, I want to listen to this. Never shut up, like God.
What was it like for you listening to your dad?
I never knew anything.
Really,
never knew
90%
of that, what he spoke about.
Oh, wow.
My dad never really opened up when it came to his actual past, when it came to me. I always found my dad was always quicker to open up to strangers than it was to open up to his own blood.
But it is easier to open up to strangers.
Yeah, because they won't judge you.
No, and you don't have all the emotions attached, all the hurt and the pain and everything else that goes along with the damage that you caused, so it's understandable. But it must have been so strange for you listening to all that stuff that you never...
Oh, it was brilliant. It was like memory lane. I can imagine him. I remember the 1986 thing that he did with Shire Street. He did a little for the RTE.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What, you're having shoe shops and you get
with Mello, it's a great one.
My ma's in that as well.
Is she?
That was a disco latte lunch and had a little kiss.
Yeah,
she was 16 and she was 12.
Wow.
A bit of an age gap there, Davey.
I was going to say you liked him young, but that sounds terrible. Can I ask, because this podcast is so important for, I'm a big believer in storytelling and it heals, if we're able to be honest and vulnerable and share experiences. Did it change anything about how you felt or perceived or looked at your dad when you listened to it?
Yeah, yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. Me and my dad have a very, how would you say, different relationship than most father and sons. I love my dad more than anything, but sometimes it feels like the reciprocation is only on one end, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And my dad knows this because I've had conversations with him on this, and I am going to bring it up. Like, he's grown so much tremendously, but like, and he asked me not to say anything, and I'm not going to bring up anything regarding like our intimate, like
relationship.
relationship and stuff like that. Because that again is like just like between me and my dad. But
of course, and look, I always say to people, say what you're comfortable with,
of course.
And it's not supposed to cause any more harm to anyone doing this. So.
My dad is like, he's the pinnacle of life, if that makes sense. He's the good, the bad, and the evil. That's how I look at him in a sense. He's had the evil in his life, he's had the really bad in his life, and he's had the good in his life. Everyone knows me dad as being a very outgoing, different person. I know me dad as being that as well. I know me dad from being very chatty, charismatic, like me. You can have a conversation, you can have a laugh.
I can see the similarities.
Exactly. Like, you can have it and you can do it, but he needs to show appreciation. That's why I get that from my dad as well. He doesn't appreciate what he has until he loses it. Does that make sense? My dad's had more opportunities than anything else. Whether it be to make up with me, to other, I don't know about other previous or other siblings, but again, that's, I don't know anything about that, but he's had the opportunities, he just didn't take them at the time, and I do think the 55 years he's been here, he has regretted a lot of it.
And I can say from sitting with him, I know he has. When you sit and have these conversations, you look into people's eyes and you're having them intimate moments with people, you can see the regret and the sadness and the shame and the loss and all those things that people feel, Zach. But look, we can, as parents, and it's hard to repair the damage sometimes, and it's particularly with fractured relationships, and especially when the mother and father is not together and each are living different lives now. So that must be really difficult as well. But you've been very honest about that. Thanks so much.
No, of course.
I
share this on my TikTok lives as well. Like, I do TikTok. I used to do it primarily for like a platform for young men. Especially, there's people who have reached out to me multiple times about when it comes to unaliving and cutting themselves and then doing this and then doing that. Like, I have one of my best friends, he battles a lot with mental health, and he is very vocal on it, and I'm very proud of him for being very vocal on it as well. I've other friends who will not say anything to anyone. They don't trust anyone. They speak to me because I'm one of their closest friends, but they will not say anything to anyone.
To everyone else, they're smiling, hello. And
a smile can hide 1,000 things.
I always say that.
Like, the youth of today's generation, even my generation is different than the 13-year-olds 10 years ago. I was 13 10 years ago. 13 versus the 13-year-olds today. Completely different.
What's the difference with them, Zach?
They're just, I don't mean to say this in a rude way, they're being mollycoddled. They're being, like, me personally, I was hammered by me man. No, I was. I won't lie, I was. And I was mollycoddled, and I know this on a standpoint where, like, unless you can't spoil your children, because that will turn into, I was spoiled, but it took me a while to get out of that kind of thing, and I'm still like that with me ma. Sometimes I'm like, Mark, if you're in town, can you pick me this up?
You know when to switch it on and off. That.
Exactly, when you need something, you know.
Oh, sure, look, everyone can manipulate. Everybody.
That's where the sales comes in. Like, with the youth of today's generation, I do find that they're very vocal when it comes to it, but they take advantage of it as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing you, I'm listening.
I spoke to a lot of people, and like, I'm just saying, like, I spoke to a 14-year-old there maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he was telling me he's feeling depressed, he's feeling this, he's feeling that. 14.
Even the language, like, I mean, we wouldn't have in that language. I wouldn't.
Even I didn't even know what depression was at 14.
I only realised when I was older, I was always really stressed and anxious, but I hadn't got the language to say I'm feeling really stressed and anxious.
100%.
It was only when people started talking about them feelings, I was like, that's how I felt as a kid. Was that what that was?
Yeah, because I was taught growing up, like, you can speak about your feelings, you can speak. I had a very open door policy when it came to me ma. A lot of people don't have that.
I imagine your ma was really open with you.
Very open. She used to be like, Zach, now, if you're gay, lesbian, want to be transgender, like, you can do whatever you want.
I can hear Nicola saying all that.
She never cared. She didn't care whether or not what.
It didn't matter whether you were going to be any of those things. She loved you regardless.
She loved me either way.
And she wanted you to be who you were supposed to be, whoever that was, you know?
Exactly.
No, I know myself. As I said, I haven't seen her in years. And my ma's a little bit, I think, older than me, so we wouldn't have hung around.
52. Yeah.
I knew, there was a few years, so she was in an older.
You're 43.
I'm nearly 44, I'll be 44 next month. And I say it out loud, it feels like I'm talking about a different person. And then some days I feel like I'm here 80 years, Zach. But no, I think it's great that you're talking about all this stuff because, especially at your age, because usually with people my age, I can straight away, I can identify with it, but this one is a little bit different. So 23, Zach, and I know we keep going off it because it's so interesting. I think we're going back and forth with it. But you were talking about your mental health and noticing the day that you were never the same again. And I was after Kelly's death.
I think 2019, I took my first panic attack.
Okay.
Like I'd been staying up a lot, but I was very, very, very anxious. So what was it? June 27th. I memorised these dates.
God, you're really good with the dates, aren't you?
June 26th, the ball out had to turn past June 27th. I was playing GTA online. I was in the casino on GTA online, obviously. And then I started getting cold sweats. Went upstairs. I was like, what the fuck's happened to me? Took a panic attack. We're very first time a panic attack.
Very scary.
My sister was there. I felt sick. Again, it was like that sicky feeling when I found out that Kelly had cancer. It's like that dwelling feeling. Took me about 4 months to get over that. I wouldn't leave the house. I wouldn't leave anywhere. My man told me
like
I'm going everywhere.
It was post-traumatic stress disorder, you know, and you were getting the same feelings from that day. Like it was.
But then that's where the domino effect came in. 2021, 2020, I went vegan for Veganuary. Before you go vegan in January.
Oh dear, I missed that one. I missed it.
Well, it's 2020, and then that's when I really started. The obsession with food.
So just so people know, the dominoes effect had brought you to a place where you struggled with food and weight, and was it your
acne mainly? I'd looked at my skin. I used to get very insecure when I was about 15, 16. I didn't even have bad acne. I used to just get very insecure. Like my friends call me pizza face because they never suffered with acne.
Fucking so cruel.
Oh, the bastards.
I used to get a real red face when I used to run as a kid. Yeah, you can still that. So when I run on exercise, I get real, and I remember like getting called tomato face, and it used to really hurt my feelings when I was a kid. I hated it, and I was a bit of a stammer. So it was stuttery and tomato, you know, and they stick with you. And I'd actually feel confident, but I was fucking dying inside as
you do.
Yeah,
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words actually do hurt. They do hurt.
They do.
They leave a. That was the domino effect. That went from 2020. I cleared up my skin completely. It looked the best I ever looked.
You'd never know from looking at you, Zach. Honestly.
I did actually did.
What's that?
Roaccutane, which is like a very high dose of vitamin A.
Okay.
Like that was really a big thing to get me out of that. From January 2020, I went on that like obsession with eating healthy, doing this.
So did the vegan start because of the acne? That's what started to eat better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it started because of that.
And were you reading this stuff online that this helped?
I was following a TikToker. I actually still follow him until this day. He's a brilliant TikToker. Brian Turner. He's absolutely amazing in my opinion.
Okay.
I actually got in touch with him a few times. That's how I helped build that following through the vegan community as well.
Okay.
So like I didn't, like most people probably wouldn't. I was in the American TikTok aspect of things.
I was wondering, I was looking at your stuff and my daughter was like, "Man, did you see the amount of fucking followers and stuff?" And I was wondering how that all came about. I know you have an amazing personality, but this is how you start getting into it. Okay, now it's making sense to me now. So tell us, go on a little bit more about all that.
It was the domino effect. Like January 2020, everyone hated the lockdown. I loved it. I got the fittest I've ever gotten. Though I was skinnier, where I could run a 10k jog without stopping.
Yeah.
Without stopping.
Wow.
Like that one was probably the most healthiest I've ever been in my life. Excuse me. But then as kind of I decided to try new skincare, doing this and that. I went into the Ordinary niacinamide.
I know that because Carly uses it a bit, so I know.
I would never touch off them. It gave me a horrible breakout.
Okay.
Then that one was just, it's the food. No, it's a skincare. It's a food. Then it's a skincare. Then it really just got into my head. 2021 was just one of the worst years ever.
What happened to Zach?
Went from 20, I think I'd went from, Jesus, what? It was around 50 kg, around 50 to 53 kg when I was a vegan.
That's about 8 stone. Yeah. 8.5.
Around 8.5, 9 stone. Around 8.5.
Around 8.5 stone it is. And what height are you because you're tall?
About 5'11".
5'11".
Yeah. I
Oh,
was 6 foot at that point.
what? Like, I mean, how are you functioning that?
I don't know. Like, I was still eating. I actually ate the same thing every day. My mum used to pray for me a lot.
Mm.
She did.
So
She
no one
did.
can see his eye
She
movements
did.
here. He's throwing his eyes up.
My mum was going through a lot, especially with me as a teenager.
Mm.
Like, I wasn't exactly the most easiest. Like, my ma did invest a lot of time and energy into myself. Like,
Well, it
again,
must have been difficult for her knowing you're going through all that. And then with the school, that because you'll do anything to protect your kid, especially if they're being bullied. So I'd say she was fighting for you, you
Yeah.
know, all the time. But that does wear you down as a parent as well.
does.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely does.
Yeah,
It
it
definitely
does.
does. My
Yeah.
ma, she's me rock. I wouldn't be the man who I am. That woman raised me, hand raised
Mm.
me. When it comes to men, I never forget the day I lost.
Her only boy.
Remember the day me bleeding, I lost my virginity, and Dad fucking mentioned that. I go to knock you out, Davy. I went
When
home.
he said, I was like, shit, I wonder if the young fella going to be okay.
Oh my God. It was 19 in April 2022 or something like that. It was 19. Lost it, yeah. I was very nervous about it. Luckily, whatever. I'm not going to get into me promiscuous time.
I think we were all
Came
nervous.
home.
But at least you were 19.
Came home and I was like, Ma, I lost my virginity. Screamed. She was like, she comes down and was like, I thought someone died. I'm like, yeah, they did. My virginity did. I lost it finally, thank God. I rang all the lads and they just started laughing. They were like, mate, I thought you lost it 2 years
I was
ago.
nearly going to ask you, how was it? That's just the next question that you ask that, but you don't have to tell me.
No, I don't mind. She was a 25 Spanish girl.
Oh, wow.
I
Nice.
worked at Microsoft at the time.
Jesus, you aimed high for your first time, didn't you?
Possibly mental. Fucking bleeding. It's like going around with a schizophrenic.
It's not going to be shit for you now, a 25-year-old Spaniard. You know, that's going to go downhill for you.
24, sorry.
She was
5-year age gap.
Wow,
Bleed.
lucky you.
Fucking mental. No, it was like after that, it's like, then we got a pregnancy scare. I was like, yeah. No, that's when my dad was like,
that's when you rang your dad, was it?
I thought it go past.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he thought it was like, oh, I thought that this girl was pregnant and all. I'm like, no.
But that was going on in the background anyway.
I fucked off to Italy 2 weeks later. I was like, see you later, love.
Oh,
Pregnant.
Honestly, you're an absolute square. But thank God that didn't happen your first time around.
God, no. Imagine me being at that.
You'd have been nearly
I shaved my head and all. This was after I'd recovered from anorexia.
Okay.
So I'd gotten this job in January 2022. I'd started Roaccutane in August 2021. At that point in July, I showed you the picture. In July, between June and July, I think I was at my skinny, so I got down to 38 or 39 kg. Just looking at about 7 stone, just a little over 7 stone.
Jesus, Zach.
And then I went from 7 stone to like I had a massive appetite. And I didn't care about, because with Accutane, it's going to bring all the acne out before it gets better.
So it gets worse before it gets better.
I didn't care. And I didn't give a shit what anyone was saying. Then by that point, I'd check.
Could you see it? Could you see the weight loss?
Yeah, I could. Oh, drastically. I mean, best jawline I've ever had, though. I can't lie.
But did you think it was attractive?
Oh, no, I
okay.
hate myself. I let myself go. I hate myself.
Because I know I was saying to you about that book, The Opposite of Butterfly Hunting. It's a memoir. That's where I read that and learned a lot about, anorexia.
I weighed everything.
True.
Like I remember I was in Italy that time. I'd look for a weighing scale to weigh me porridge.
What is it like? A day in the life of someone who's suffering from anorexia? What?
I didn't have a job. I was on social welfare. Wake up normally. I'd rather try to keep the sleep schedule good, because they say good sleep is a good thing. I should practice that now rather than before. But anyway, I'd wake up, I'd get me porridge. But normally I'd do an overnight oats, right? But I'd wake up at 4 o'clock due to hunger.
Okay.
And I'd eat half of it. Right?
Okay.
So I'd take a few spoonfuls of it, then I'd eat half of it. And then I'd put it back. Then I'd wake up at about 10, half 9. Go down and finish the rest of it. Then that's be grand. I'd either make like a smoothie, protein smoothie, filled with like loads of vegetables. I think that's probably every 2 to 3 days. It started off the day with sweet potato. 2 of them or 3 of them normally. Beans normally consisting of about kidney beans or chickpeas, and half a portion of like the packaged rice. So you use half the can of beans and half the can of rice, and a half an avocado. And then that would normally be my lunch.
Okay.
That would literally, only that meal would be my lunch. Loads of vegetables, loads like frozen cauliflower, fucking broccoli, carrots, everything. It was decent, but just ate enough of that would have sufficed me. And I throw in wraps in there as well, maybe like gluten-free pasta. I was a vegan gluten-free for about 1.5 years, 2 years.
Okay.
So it was difficult, to say the least. The food was very, very, very limited, especially if you went out in a restaurant. I don't care what anyone says.
Hard to socialise with that,
very
isn't it?
difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
No, sure, I know, even just trying to be good, like, and without dressings and all, you can be a pain in the hole. It's really difficult to find something.
Too bland.
Yeah, you do get fed up, right? It's not really maintainable, is it? Like,
No.
if you want to, I don't know, love life and taste all its flavours and to enjoy it and smile and, have choice. Like, it's difficult. It is.
I got it into my head that dairy caused acne, and it does.
Dairy, okay.
And I'm still have that thing about myself till this day. That's something that I don't think will ever escape me.
So you don't, do you?
I do. Fucking eat chocolate all the time, but
okay.
I packed Jaffa cakes before I come home. Them skinny ones, I love them out. How little. He begged me, Ma. I was like, Ma, can you go in and get me them, please? Well, I'm in work.
Manipulation?
What? Oh, no.
I'm only joking.
It'd just be bleeding gas. But I'd start the day off with that. Then probably go for a jog or for a walk. Then, like, I'd probably sit in my room and just play PlayStation. I'd become addicted to porn as well.
Okay.
So it was very, very, very bad timing. Because, like, being addicted to that. But then I believed that something got into my head that ejaculating caused acne as well. So, like, it got to that point where everything that I'm thinking was causing it.
So it was really mentally
deeply instilled. That's where the anorexia was just like, no, I can't eat that.
It's that insane thinking of anyone suffering from any disorder like that, whether it's addiction from porn, anorexia, suffering from anorexia. It's the same thread run through people. 100%. It's that insane thing, and you're convinced.
Oh, I was more so convinced. Yeah. More so convinced. This stems from like a life of like, we grew up, we get like you remember X Factor on your bro? Like, can you get a pizza every Saturday?
Yeah, it was a treat day. You looked forward to the Flake.
I'm going to get a Flake when I get home. What are you thinking about that? That's grand. I
haven't had one since I moved back down here.
Oh, you need that. Oh,
I know.
But like, after that, then I'd have me dinner. Dinner would normally be like the other half of the beans and then the other half of the rice. So it would be a lot of beans and rice, like the way they bleed me, and I'm a celeb. I'm like, with me and my anorexic days, you love I'm a celeb. Would have been like perfect.
Were you training while eating this food? Like, so you were burning up.
Yeah, I was burning a shitload of calories.
But there was no protein, meats or anything in it to sustain you.
No, nothing. I tried like buckwheat. Went on the quinoa. Tried different like.
No idea what that is.
Quinoa is lovely. I used to make it like, you really honestly explore foods as veganism. Like, I used to do kale crisps.
Okay.
Put kale in, put a little bit of olive oil on them and make.
You get curious and
like you want something that replicate what the past was. I'd eat a lot of vegan sausages as well.
Okay.
Like heavily, maybe a vegan burger, but I wouldn't eat soy.
Okay.
I'd probably eat that sometimes, but we're talking like the height of my anorexia, where I was very afraid to eat these stuff again. I did try to stem away from everything. I used to eat iceberg lettuce. Love it. Just sit there and eat a bag of iceberg lettuce. I loved that.
Did you love it because you were suffering with anorexia?
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Like, would you sit now and eat a bag of?
God, no.
Oh God, because you were. I was looking at you and saying, okay, now I've no understanding of this. Like, I love a bit of lettuce on me baguette or on me rolls.
I don't know what it was. It was just like, it was satiating.
It was something, wasn't it?
It was just something.
Texture, crunch. Yeah.
And I repeat it all over again each day for about. The worst point about it was for about 5 or 6 months. I remember crying to my mum. I was like, saying, why can't you not eat that? I was like, I can't. Like, thinking about it now, there was nothing realistically holding me back from eating that. And to any kids that I have friends that are more anorexic, very, very, very big person who used to be on TikTok as well, named Georgia, and absolutely amazing person. She was much worse than me when it came to anorexia, but like, we always bonded on kind of that we had to take the slag out of each other. Like I call anorexia no brekkie. Like, oh, you skinny dying bastard. Me ma still calls me a skinny dying anorexic bastard. Anytime she's angry at me, she never stops giving out, why'd you have your jocks on the floor? And I'm just like, just give me 2 seconds to pick them up. See, it's just like, you're getting changed. You might have come in and I'm only dressed. Like I'm about to pick them up. Get them up. Why is there something there?
You're only have to open your eyes that they've been only put on the floor.
Yeah, like, oh, it's mad.
I think that's a mad thing.
OCD on the head.
Yeah. She's one of those cleaners, is she? Everything is. So one thing I didn't fucking suffer from, mind you. It's a pity I didn't, but I don't actually. Oh. So yeah. So what treatment? Where did it bring you? Where did the anorexia leave you, Zach? At its worst?
It left me in a very deep state where I stopped giving a shit about myself. I hadn't got a haircut in months, and I was actually losing my hair.
Okay.
Like, so my hairline started for a stage, and I look at it's grand now, but
you've got a good mop now, Zach.
It's starting to go grey now. I need to actually dye my hair. Never dyed in my life, but my dad is already grey, and so I don't. Because
you're so dark.
I don't want to go grey. God no.
Yeah.
I normally wear my hair like curled, but it's like fuck, I just stick it in the comb over. But no, like it'd leave me in a sense of never-ending torture, where I felt like the only relief I got was when I was asleep. So that was the only relief I physically felt, because I'd go to sleep hungry and I wake up hungry, and it was like it was nothing that was working, nothing that was doing it. When all I had to do,
it was just totally unmanageable though for your life.
Totally unmanageable.
No work, and you weren't getting out.
Lockdown as well.
It was lockdown.
The lockdown. Everything was closed. I cut off all my friends as well. Told them all to fuck off. There was one friend, and he's still my best mate till this day. His name's Georgie. Ironically, he's only after having a mini stroke there recently. He's only 21. That runs in his family. That's genetic. So he's grand now. You turn into Stephen Hawking for the day, but he's grand. I'm sorry, me and him are very dark.
I get you can use the humour with the people. Yeah, no, yeah. It's good.
But now, like, he sat there through everything, through thick and thin. And like a lot of people who do suffer with anorexia and mental health issues, they don't have anyone to sit through. That's why I always say, like, my DMs are always open.
Yeah.
For people who suffer with anything. Like, because it's like
suffering is suffering, isn't it, Zach? It doesn't matter what it is.
Suffering is still suffering.
Yeah.
It's like mental health will always mental health affects nearly 90% of people. Whether they admit it or not, it does affect you.
Yeah, and it's in so many different forms. I mean, you've people who suffer from OCD with cleaning constantly, and they're trying to be that perfection thing. Like, that drives people insane. That's a horrible way to live, you know?
It's horrible.
You have your, addiction with alcohol, drugs, pornography, which is on the rise with young people as well, because the access they have to it, and then the eating disorder. So you are right. I mean, everybody suffers from something at different degrees. Some of it's manageable and you can maintain a normal enough existence. But when you get to that level that you're describing of the anorexia, and for me, like with my addiction, where you're starting to brushing your teeth, you're procrastinating about. The small little things. People, you're not surrounding yourself with people anymore because people can see us. Was it like that for you? I remember feeling that people knew I wasn't right, and I felt they didn't want me around in the end because maybe I was too sad to look at. Maybe I wasn't like that old friend Lisa anymore. All these things. But I said to you, anorexia, when I read that book, I was like, oh my God, the correlation between alcoholics and people suffering from anorexia. It's so similar. I know it's really different. So can I ask you a question? So for me, I'll be an alcoholic till I die. I can never drink again. If I pick up a drink, I'll end up being who I was when I drank the last time. So I look at that as it's always there. It's always going to be part of me. Alcoholism, it's in there. And I have to do all these things to maintain it, to make sure that I don't activate it again. So would you say that about your anorexia? Yeah. Do you feel it's always there and there's maintenance involved?
See, it all stemmed from big things, like obviously me anti-dying, the panic attacks. Panic attacks came cardiophobia. It was scared of my own heart. Even as a kid, I always thought that there was something wrong with my heart. Then eventually I got diagnosed with a heart condition in 2023.
So there was?
Yeah, there was. Okay. Whatever it was.
Trusting that gut, isn't it? The intuition. I have a very, very, very good intuition. Definitely correlations between
alcoholism and anorexia. Like, I have to fight on a day-to-day basis. Like, there'll be days where I'd be like, oh no, I'm only going to eat half this chocolate bar. Because if I consume the whole lot, I'll get these spots. Do you know what I mean?
It's that mental
I can't
stuff.
eat pizza.
And it's not the weight with you, it's all about the skin, you said. Because I've not heard that before. Yeah, so that's the fear with you. It's not that I get fat.
Orthorexia nervosa, I think it was reframed as
so there's actually a
healthy
name for
eating disorder.
Okay.
I wanted everything that went into my body to be pure.
Mm.
Like, I wanted gluten-free, everything I wanted organic. And being on social welfare, €129.70
It's not going to happen, is it,
It's not
Zach?
going to Hoxie. It got
Yeah.
to the point where I started shoplifting.
Yeah.
And
What does addicts do?
Yeah.
For the supply?
Yeah. And nobody knows this. I told my mum, she didn't believe me. I'd never actually told some of my ex-girlfriends. I never told anyone. Never actually spoke about it. Best mate. I didn't. It wasn't major. It was like,
but it was something you'd never done. God, no. That disorder was bringing it apart.
It gave me a rush. I don't know what it was. It was like an adrenaline rush.
Gives everybody an
adrenaline rush. Like, you're nervous, but you're just like, what? I've never.
It's weird. Like, I did it when I was young, and I hated it. But when you got away with it, and you got, the end product was the reward. I have money now. I can buy myself something now. I can go out tonight with the girls. You were ecstatic. Yeah. It was that euphoric feeling.
I was robbing Phillips.
Well, it does go for good money.
Like, it was weekly in M&S, right? And I get this, at the time, in 2021, I'd went from vegan to pescatarian. I'd bring
What's pescatarian?
Just like to eat fit. Like, I bring fish into my diet.
Okay.
So it's still the same, but I bring fish, like salmon and everything like that into my diet, and pasta, stuff like that. And then as time went on, I introduced steak. Then everything else kind of just flowed on from there. Burgers came back in. I always loved meat. Oh, steaks. I was eating 3 or 4 steaks a week.
Yeah.
Fish every day, nearly. Like, I went from 29 kg up to, I think, 70 something.
Over a few months, was it?
3 months.
Over 3 months, wow.
I was eating a breakfast roll and a chicken fillet roll for breakfast alone.
Do you know I've never had a chicken fillet roll? No one believes me.
Are you mad? Oh, but I live off them.
Even the kids. And when I say it, they're like,
what? I love them.
No, I've never had a chicken fillet roll.
Oh, no, God.
Yeah, everybody says that. I'll have to try one of the kids the next time.
You have to go to Gay Spar on George Street, one next to the George.
You're down the corner there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's they do 24-hour deli. I normally go Dicey's, but I'd walk all the way from Dicey Riley's up on Harcourt Street, and I'd walk all the way around
to get your chicken fillet roll.
Extra walk.
I'll have to, and the next time I'm over that way with Carla or something, we're going to get one, and I'll send you a picture. I will. So yeah, where are we at now with you? So you start introducing food again, but what was the mental shift for you? Because it is a mental. Your nanny.
Me nanny.
What happened?
It was a conversation I think I needed to have.
Okay. Which nanny?
Me nanny Jane.
Your nanny Jane.
Me ma's ma.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not as close to me nanny Jane as I'd like to be, but I still obviously love her and I bring her here and there. But like, it was just a conversation that was different. I remember walking over. She was telling me, like, you look like a co-hanger. You look sick. Like, that's not. I was wearing this Michael Kors jacket. She just
said it as it looked.
Yeah, I was wearing this Michael Kors jacket that fit me lovely there the year before. Yeah. Swinging on me.
You were starting to look ill from it now.
I'm very ill. I was pale. Yeah. I'd grown out me beard. Like, I wasn't cheating. Like, I'm only at starting to let this grow now, or I need to actually let it grow fully.
It suits you. It'll be no problem because you're dark. Yeah.
But no, she had the conversation, and I think everyone needs that kind of old school grandmother. Like, that
say it as it is.
And I love upfront and honest. I love blunt honesty. I'm very blunt and honest. And it was good. When I walked home, I'm like, fuck this. I'm going home to have a bowl of porridge. And at that time, I was obsessed with it.
Shifted something.
I loved it. Yeah. Loved it. Went home and had a bowl of porridge. Then that came onto that. Then I was like, I want eggs. I had a fried egg every morning then.
Wow.
Then slowly, then I got a job in Cedric first. This is before Microsoft, before everything's 2021. My very first ever job. Cody and my sister worked there in Cedric. I was there for a couple of months, and it was grand.
What type of company is that?
Insurance.
Insurance. Okay.
So just on the phone, Leia Healthcare, travel insurance.
Yeah.
I was there for a couple of months, and I was making a few bob as you would, €1,800 a month. At 18 is a lot of money at the time.
Of course.
Like, can you imagine? Never asked for rent, so that was grand. I spent all my money on.
You were still living at home, so it was just money for.
And towards the end of the summer, I started to go out. Like, it's the lockdown. Everything was open again. I went off to Temple Bar almost every day. Then I was like, you know what? I want to change. I would shave my head. Why not? I was on Accutane at that point. Everything was coming out. I was like, I don't care. I jumped on sunbed as well. And you're not supposed to do that with thing. Okay. You're not supposed to do that with
on the medication that you were on.
Didn't give a shit. I was glowing. I was
the rebellious streak come out. Did it, Zach?
Shaking, buzz cut, everything. Then that's where I kind of found myself, like, coming into it. Then I think it was in 20. Yeah, that year was just good. 2022. Then
things started to happen and shift for you. You started to come out a bit little.
Yeah, like I had friends, but then someone attacked me in 2022, in January 2022.
Where did this happen?
At the top of Summer Hill. Okay. You know that little lane when you're going from Showmack Street to Summer Hill, just right before Buckingham Street.
I do, yeah.
Right near where the old school.
The houses are. It's a big. It's a walk. You can't drive up it anymore. There's barriers
there as well.
I know.
I got attacked there. Someone said, "Use that Caffrey." I was like, "Yeah." It's like, do I know? He was like, "Oh, you were saying something about something like this." I'm like, "What?" I wouldn't say. I'd normally be very quiet person, so I'm like, "That's bullshit." So I was like, I was actually going to my church with my mate at the time. Put me earphones back in. I was like, "Fuck off." Then they just caught me. They hit me 3 or 4 digs, and like I couldn't sleep for about 3 days after that. That's the first ever time I've been attacked. Then after that, I think I went through about 8 months of where I couldn't even go out of the house. I'd been shivering, like very, like nervy.
Had a massive effect on you.
Massive effect. Oh God!
Like it's people normalise stuff like this because we see it on social media and stuff. But if you've someone that's been brought up by 3 women and your mother has, as you said, babied you and cradled you, and someone comes along and you've never been hit before and starts punching you, think of what that's doing to the nervous system. And like, there's nothing normal, and we normalise stuff like that, because it was surrounded by it to a degree, especially in the inner city, I think, Zach. We'd see people getting hidings, as we would call them, but it's not to be normalised. The effects that has on someone, as you've said, the way you've been brought up by your mother and stuff, and then to be attacked. No wonder you were terrified. Yeah, no, but it
takes a long time. I eventually got out of it 5 or 6 months in. I did CBT, spent €70.
Cognitive behavioural therapy.
Couldn't even go to work. Like work was a lot. I was falling asleep in work as well. I actually have a video of me falling asleep in work. With my shaved head. That's when I met that girl as well.
Was that your forced relationship?
But like, I told her that I was a virgin. I'm straight, but I was very, very, very built up anxiety about losing my virginity. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
It's the heart rate going up. That's what. I would never run anywhere.
There was always that nervousness in there. Like,
if my heart rate went up, it reminded me of a panic attack.
Because you've spoke about Kelly's death, the effects that had, and it lasted, and then the attack, and then you can see the correlation where things would affect you, and then you could spiral a little bit, and then
spiral a lot.
A lot.
It wasn't myself.
How bad was it? Like, what was? Because I know everyone's spiraling is different, and there's different.
I kind of went in and it was kind of like an in and out type thing. I went to therapy, kind of took baby steps and getting over these things and kind of shifting myself. Then eventually I started to go out and clubbing. Never did it in my life. Started to have a drink, like living my life a little bit. Then I started to get with girls, and then it was just like, I actually like this lifestyle. Yeah, because I've never been shown this type of attention or anything like that.
It was all new for you.
All new. Everything was new.
But it was good feelings. You were having nice feelings.
Very nice feelings.
Yeah, isn't that what you're
very nice feelings. I moved to very promiscuous times. I had my academy. I used to be an academy merchant located on Abbey Street.
Abbey Street, the academy. I remember when that opened. It was the first nightclub in Dublin to open till like, I think 4 or 5 in the morning. Brilliant. Yeah, I had a few nights in there myself, Zach, back in my youthful days when I was young.
I can't go back in there now.
No?
Got my bleeding half of it. I got with everyone in there.
So you went wild, did you then, Zach, with the women?
I'll never forget, I was bleeding. It was 19. I was kissing some girl and I was like, how old are you? I was drunk. I was like, how old are you, love? 37. I'm like, you're double my
that Spanish girl really set the ball rolling for you, didn't
it
you?
was
For
just
you?
like,
Yeah.
I began to find myself.
Yeah.
Because I went through that, like as most teenagers going through, like
Mm.
I'd gone through that little phase where like, questioning my sexuality, questioning everything about myself, because
Mhm.
people had said it throughout the years.
Yeah.
Even me ma kept on bringing up, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Like that
Yeah.
kind of repetitive bullshit. And like I'm very open when it comes to myself. I go to it, like my best mate is gay. That doesn't bother me. I can
Mm.
go to a gay bar. I've only ever went to ex-girlfriends, but I can go to a gay bar. Only went once or twice, but and be comfortable.
Yeah.
But then again, it's a little bit uncomfortable, if you know what I mean.
I know loads of men, though. No, I do know men
Great
who
spot.
love going into it, and they said that you have the best cracked or great
that's
night.
brilliant.
Like I do know straight men who go to gay bars and have said that they loved it. I think, Zach, I would say for you being questioned like that, because you're so in touch with your feminine side. And I mean, if people
It's
could see
normal.
how polished you are and how stylish you look, and there's not
I
a,
had a leather jacket.
you know, and that can be mistaken with
Yeah, of
people
course.
as someone being gay. It
No,
can.
because I like to take care of myself.
And men who take, and it's not as bad as it was.
Yeah,
If
no,
you'd have been
years ago.
if you'd have been like when we were growing up and you were presenting yourself like this, was everybody would
We
have been
call
like,
the faggot 24/7.
you know, like there was no room for that. But men are changing. I mean, it's all fucking right for the celebrities to come out in their sarongs and their flip flops and their
Leading Jack Nicholson's still going around with his hair flizzed up at the age of 87 with his 23-year-old.
Well, there was nothing fucking gay about Jack.
Oh, 100%.
Nothing gay about Jack.
I hope to live up to it. And me dad as well. Actually, no, not that much.
No, but it's great that you're talking about this because I'm sure there is young boys, 15, 14, 15, and they may be feeling like you, Zach, and they may love, being in touch with their feminine side and like taking care of themselves and dressing really well and presenting themselves well. And it's probably being name called now and are really struggling.
It's not nice.
No.
Trust me, it isn't nice. Like, all I'm saying to you is if you are the age of 14, 15, 16, even younger, and people have kind of went through that and they've spoke to you about that, like all I can personally say on a personal standpoint, like there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You go through darkness, you go through dark patches. God will put, I've gotten very religious lately, gotten very in touch with my Catholic side, and I'm very proud of that. Never shy away from that again. I'd recommend getting in touch with more inner workings of not even God, but feelings. Learning to understand who you are, what you want in life, and take your time.
Do you think though, like you have to go through what you went through to realise that? Because I mean, saying that to a 14-year-old, getting in touch with, you don't know what people are talking about. You're so confused and you're so muddled up. And then everything is about the exterior, what people are saying, going to school, I'm struggling, I'm being bullied. You don't know what the feelings are. So unfortunately, I think if parents were able to guide maybe children a little bit more in talking to them about the feeling stuff and sitting with them. But then most kids don't want to talk to them about that. Do you know what I mean? But there's always someone, I don't know whether I should come from the school. Youth clubs are fantastic.
Youth clubs are amazing. I'm in youth clubs since I'm 7.
And you've said it, they were your saviour.
Yeah.
Like, because kids don't want to talk to their mother or dad about these things.
I think if you're able to
do
it.
Yeah.
I think the best way for you to possibly do something is to be that open book, is to be that type of person. Whether or not these people, like, you will find people that appreciate you in time. I found a lot of friends that didn't appreciate me, and I cut them all off, cut them out, because they are cancer in life. Like, in my opinion, I don't hang around with anchors. My best mates, one of them's trying to be a chef, the other one's trying to be a pilot, the other one's trying to be a psychologist. Like, my friends, other one's a famous footballer. Like, my friends are going places. Therefore, they'll help me rise as well. Do you know what I mean?
I completely understand. There isn't there a saying about if you want to raise your bar, you have to be with people with,
Yeah, inner workings of life and social life as well.
No, it is. You do have a massive point in that. Surround yourself with good, healthy people, and I suppose, look, it's like sitting here listening to you, Zach, and I know you've had great support, and I always think about the kids who lack all that.
And they don't have it.
And they can't lift that bar up. and they come from broken homes, alcoholic parents, and addicts, and there's no guidance there, and it's so difficult for people like that. And weren't you blessed to have Nicola and your sisters, and to have
my sisters used to wreck me head.
and even your dad, and I know you said you've only got to know him later, but there's a lot you can learn from him, because he didn't stay in the depths of addiction. And
Thank
I know.
God. Honestly, I never.
So
I used to pray for him.
Yeah, for sure. No, you're fine. No, it's for you to talk, but it's like if kids can see parents coming out of that darkness, and even you listen to that podcast, isn't there always hope? Isn't it possible?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
There's always hope.
And you're telling us this today as well, going through the anorexia, and the anxiety was massive.
The anxiety really, 2022 to 2023, I spent all the year in the hospital.
So you were hospitalised
for me mental health.
Tell us about it.
I used to ring any, if I got a little shiver in my chest. At that time, I'd gotten into my very first proper relationship. I'd obviously been with a few girls.
This was the first girl you met when you shaved the head?
No, this was after this. I'd still actually had the shaved head, but I'd grown out my hair there by this point. I'd been with a few girls by that point, and it was grand. But I was looking for something serious. I think I was 21 at the time.
Okay.
No, 20 at the time. I wanted something serious. I wanted to feel love. Do you know what I mean? I'd seen other people talk about it and actually go through it. So I met this girl. I was drunk outside McDonald's. Ironically, I had to come down for academy. It was April 15th. I had the first actually day that I met up with my best mate Jack as well, Jack Swift. And it was grand. I got their Instagram. And I never forget. Oh, not our Instagram or Snapchat, but our phone was dead, even though it wasn't at the time. I knew it wasn't. My phone was dead. So give me a Snapchat. I'll remember.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Whatever stuck with me, I just remembered it. Then I went home that night, and then I added her, and then just kind of took off from there. That was the first ever relationship proper. It only lasted 6 months, but Jesus Christ, that was it. Really, honestly, goes to show where I was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, yeah. I was in a very bad place. Very, very, very bad. I went to the hospital a lot. First time we ever told each other we lived each other, I was in the matter. I always feel bad for kind of what I put people through as well. Does that make sense?
It makes absolute sense to me. And even though it's not deliberate, but the fact is I suffer from something, and I know you're suffering because of me.
Yeah. I brought that person. The way I said earlier, keep yourself with people who will raise you. I was an anchor. I was an anchor. I was drinking a lot more often.
Yeah.
Very often. I wasn't not an alcoholic, but I was drinking
more than you would usually for you.
Yeah. But I have a tendency where once I drink, I can't stop sometimes. When it comes in the night, I just want to keep it.
It's hard to getting those good feelings out of.
It's good to just boom, get rid of it.
It's either, I call it oblivion. You're going to this place where nothing matters.
Exactly.
For me, the more alcohol I had, the more of oblivion I got. I fucking loved oblivion. Nothing mattered.
I do understand that.
Yeah.
Now I'll have a zero. I'm more fond of a zero.
How did you get from that place that you described? You're in the hospital all the time, anxiety. You are starting to eat again, so you weren't. The anorexia was under control.
Oh, the anorexia was gone by 2021. We're in 2023 now. Where I started TikTok lives.
Did that help?
That's tremendously.
Yeah.
Started talking about mental health again. Started talking about everything again.
Isn't it the community of people?
They used to come in, and I was at the height. I used to do the TikTok lives line in a hospital bed.
Yeah, so it's so accessible for you to reach out to a community. And this is the thing, because when you're in those dark places and you're suffering from something, wherever the fuck it is, you really feel like you're on your own and you're very isolated. And when you start sharing your story and your experiences, and people are identifying and recognizing, and I went through that, you feel less lonely, you feel heard, you feel seen, and there's this connection being made. So out of all these negatives, there's something really good happening, and it's very hard to describe it to people unless they've experienced it, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing thing. You're getting 100, 200 viewers coming along. But now I do them now. I don't get half as many viewers as I did.
Well, according to my daughter, when she looked up Zach, she was like...
I don't get the whole way. I'm a very humble person. Glad I have a little bit of a following, but it's definitely something Like it helped me grow as a person.
So what was it that it did? What was, when you were sitting and putting these out and people were getting back to you, what was it doing for the internal part of you? Like what was healing?
Well, you see, I was in the hospital a lot, so I kept on getting dizzy spells. That's when I got diagnosed with a heart condition, and then I got diagnosed. I think it all just kind of went uphill from there. Like I was getting checked more often now. Like I was crying. I got very, very, very upset. Yeah, the reassurance still till this day.
Yeah.
I only got reassured there 3 months ago. So, God.
What is the condition?
Bicuspid aortic valve. Okay. So it's when you have 2 cusps in your valve instead of 3 cusps.
Okay.
So essentially, 3 leaflets. You'll have pump of blood in and out, in and out. So basically, just means my heart has to work a little bit harder than most. 1 in 100 men have it.
I
see. It is very normal.
Yeah, but they can do things that.
Yeah, like it's very, very, very normal. Like, but no, it's grand. Like, please God. But yeah, get over it. Then she broke up with me eventually.
She broke up.
Yeah, that relationship.
Was too much, was it?
Yeah, that was understandable. Like I didn't held no resentment towards it whatsoever.
You could understand it.
First love though hit you hard though.
Yeah.
First ever letting someone in, especially at that point in a very low life. But then I was single for about 8 months, and I met my other most recent one.
Okay.
I met her on Yubo. It's like
what's
an app.
Yubo?
Yubo is like
Yubo. I don't even.
Yubo is like an app. It's like
Is it a dating app?
No, you go live on it. You do lives and stuff on it. But I seen a comment. I seen a message in our Instagram was in our bio. I added our Instagram. Shot her a text.
Just like that. I just shot her a text.
June 18th. Shot her a text.
Fucking hell! What's the story with the dates?
I remember. I
God.
remember influential people that come into my life. I remember these types of things. Other things don't ask me about because I don't remember.
But it's obviously really important for you. Like
it was. It's me past.
Yeah.
Yesterday's history. Tomorrow's a mystery. And then that lasted up until we got together, talking for a couple of months. Then we got together on August 10th. And then, we stayed together until October. Ironically, 2 of my relationships have ended in October. One's October 13th, Friday the 13th. It's just 4.
You won't forget that one now, in fairness. There's something about October.
No, I think towards the end of that relationship, 2024, like, especially in the last couple of months, I haven't been myself.
These last?
No.
What's going on for you, Zach?
Well, I don't want to get upset.
It's okay.
No, I'm grand. I've been not myself. I've been suicidal.
Okay.
So that kind of came in, and when that kind of came in, then just I don't know. It's just very like you wouldn't even think it. No. It's the way I come off, but I'm very good at hiding things. Just try to close off everything. Got to the point where I was shutting out people's emotions, and then eventually I found a very, very healthy relationship as well. In my opinion, I did. Does take 2 to tango, but in my opinion, I personally did. I've accepted that, and I've moved on from that. And I'm still processing some of the things that kind of happened, but I've accepted everything, and I've moved on from it. And now I'm actively out there going on dates, feeling more back to myself over the last couple of months. I'd never do anything to myself because I had death anxiety. That
was just my next thing, because obviously that's a big disclosure.
Never wanted to do anything to myself, just completely and utterly. Like, I did try one thing, tried to walk into the ocean in Tenerife.
Okay. When was that?
September 1st.
September just gone?
Yeah. And I'd broken up with my girlfriend that day when I was drunk on a bottle of Jameson.
Okay.
Drank a whole bottle, then broke up with a very big stupid thing to do. That was again.
Is how I'm trying to just think, because that was only September that you felt like that, but you said you're terrified of dying. So is it just the thoughts of life is too much, I don't want to be here anymore, I can't handle this, and it would be easier because if it's this, I can totally relate, and whatever I'm not feeling, because it can be they're not feeling, or whatever I'm feeling too much of, I'd rather just not be feeling any of it, and it would be easier to just not exist.
I just, like, I had friends, I had everything, I'd relationship, I'd pretty much everything kind of going for me, a good job, then it all just kind of started to topple down. Gotten into a disciplinary action in work, put me fish through my laptop in work in August.
Okay.
Like, I just got frustrated. And then that just kind of toppled everything. Everything just kind of went downhill.
One thing happens and then the next thing.
Then the ricochet effect, and kind of like the domino effect.
And then it's in you.
Yeah.
All the stuff is in you there, and then you start having those feelings.
Like, the anorexia was gone. That's been gone for a number of years. The mental health side has definitely significantly dropped down.
Yeah.
Stop being afraid of. I don't know, just turn into a very different person. But at that point, between our entire relationship, I'd grab life by the balls. That's the way I look at it. I'd start traveling.
Yeah.
Last year I went to seven holidays, 7 or 6 holidays. This year, it's not even January. It's not even 2 weeks into January. I'm already going to 2 places.
Yeah, well, you were in somewhere last week when I rang you because you said I'll be away, and then you said, "Oh, I'll be there Thursday, but I'll be away again."
I just booked. You need to go up and late.
That's what being young is all about, Zach, and it's minding yourself as well. And just because you've disclosed it with me sitting here, and I just really want to make sure that you're okay as well. I myself having, when I was in a really dark place, and that snowball effect where I was letting everything snowball. The relationship with kids, my personal relationship, my financial situation, my relationships with my mum, my sister, not looking after myself, all them things. And, I'd have these feelings, if I just pull this car, the wheel of the car here, and I hit that tree, it's all over. Yeah. I don't have to worry about it again. But
you need to think about your family.
If I thought the kids were fucked at that stage, if I did that, and they had to live a life now parentless, a mother and a father, orphans, well, they're going to be more screwed than I ever was growing up. So, I was still able to think, and that's the difference between, I suppose, the people who are thinking suicide and actually do it, and when people like me and you
rationality.
Sitting here talking about it. And I just want to make sure that you're okay sitting here.
No, like, I'm personally... I'd say I had a conversation with said person, like, we tried again, didn't work. In the story, I'd had a conversation, got my stuff back, and it was really just more so like a closing conversation, if that makes sense.
That's nice.
Like, just completely
mutual.
There was no
nice.
It's respectful. There was no emotion. There was no nothing. I think I was kind of looking for a little bit to see if there was still anything there. And I was curious about it. But then
it's good to be curious.
That's always good.
Great to be curious.
Always good to be curious. No, just had a basic conversation. Just kind of asked, like, well, I'm seeing someone. Well, I'm seeing multiple people, but not gonna lie, I don't put all my eggs into one basket anymore. I'm on Tinder actively.
Well, I think if you're not telling someone, right, because I'm going to say this from a woman now. I'm going to defend the women here, Zach. If you're not...
know.
Yeah, well, that's fine. So if you're in a relationship and you're not telling someone, I absolutely love you and I just want to spend the rest of my life...
No, I wouldn't be saying that now.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, well, that's okay as long as everyone is on the
right.
I'm
dating, like, not dating.
Good for you, 23. What, 23?
Yeah, I was 18.
I was 3 years away from marriage and nearly on my third kid again at your age. So when I hear someone talking like that, I'm like, for your sake. I was a little bit young.
I was second kid as well.
Your ma would have been the same.
Yeah.
There was a fucking epidemic in that area. Your dad was only 70.
Multiple kids from multiple women. You wouldn't even know. That's my brother and sister in Dublin anymore.
Do you know what that is? That's just, I always say, well, look, we grew up around, it was normalised in their community. But I think a few of us were still exceptions to the rule. Like, I was only gone 16.
Harm in that.
There was no harm in it, but there was no fucking greatness in it either, Zach. I can tell you that much.
You didn't have a childhood, like, kind of, like, you were put into responsibility.
Very young. And most people are at that age. I wouldn't know what it was like to be free and going on 7 holidays like you. And it's fantastic. And I fucking love to hear it. Young people.
I love travelling. I used to be shitting it. I'm going on planes since I'm 3. You know me, man. Me man used to bring us on holidays every Christmas. We go, or during the summer we go somewhere.
You were always brought on the family holidays.
Yeah, like, me and me man going to Italy. We've been going to Italy for years. Like, I love Italy. And then like,
you'd pass actually over there if you could speak a bit of Italian.
Italian.
Do you? Well, you'd pass. Wow.
I have
full of
Italian
surprises.
ancestry in my dad's side. I don't know if he ever told you that.
But you,
I claim it. I
but,
put it in my bio, I do.
but
Put it in my bio.
that's why you call it the Zachariah is
Yeah,
on there. That's
my
what
name's
it is.
Zachariah. That's why I
And when I was
claim what
texting, I was like, for fuck's sake, texting this name, and you're like, no, Zach is all right, Lisa.
Call me Zach, no.
But you look at, you have that sallow skin, the brown eyes, and
Some bits. Haven't done one in a while though, but haven't done one in a while.
no, you have your dad's colouring.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
thank God.
You do.
The gypsy colour like all.
Where were we, Zach? I keep getting lost in
know.
this conversation with you. Yeah, we were sorry. We were on a very, very serious subject I'm talking about. But yeah, I just wanted to be clear with that because when I say that to people, it's like when I went into therapy, you know, they asked, are you suicidal? Have you ever thought about it? And it's like, yeah, loads of times. But I'm not suicidal. Yeah. I don't want to kill myself. I want, and look, I'm very happy to be living again, Zach.
It's more so just escape. That's what I do.
Do you know what? I just wanted to break from myself and from the world I was living in. That's all. I agree
with you more.
You know,
sometimes you want to just. Sometimes you just want to disappear.
Yes,
that's what I do.
Too overwhelmed.
And that's what I do with work, with everything.
Well, so your tools actually. That's really important. So, what is your tools for dealing with yourself?
For dealing with myself, it's so I love history. I love art. I love architecture. I love culture, food. Mostly culture of women as well.
Nothing wrong with that.
Like you'd catch me. I tried to sit down and read, but my attention span isn't exactly the best.
And I was going to offer you that book. I didn't know I'd have any.
I'm riddled with ADHD, but I love documentaries. I love mafia history because the Italian. I studied mafia history for about 3 or 4 years.
It is really interesting, though. It's like, I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't like a good mafia documentary or fascinating.
Godfather. I would sit there, like I've had girls come over, like, what we're going to be watching? I'm like, Godfather. Not one of them. The next time I find a girl that's able to sit through that film with me without falling asleep, I put a ring on her finger.
You're asking a lot.
Even my man can sit through, you can. I
don't be comparing us to your mammy.
I've sat there for 9 hours, 9.5 hours, almost 10 hours and watched all three.
Wow. Are you a fan of The Soprano?
I woke up this morning,
got myself a gun.
Holy.
Do you know that because that was one of the first because it was all movies before The Sopranos.
And then now came The Sopranos. You know that was actually, it was done on the Cavalcanti family actually.
No, I didn't actually.
The Cavalcanti in New Jersey.
Okay.
So the Cavalcanti family, normally they were a small kind of glorified crew. And then obviously there was a reference, remember Vito, the gay fella?
Yes, I do remember.
There's a reference, some Ocean, I think his name was. It's actually a real life mafia boss.
Because didn't one of them come in and help the production of it and said, you can't do this, you can do this, and gave them a bit of scope on it.
James Gandolfini, he was a heavy drug addict, heavy alcoholic, heavy in everything. And many people don't know.
So, you know,
he's tried to quit so many times. They, in my opinion, that show drove him to that.
But look at the amount of great actors like that suffers from
mental
health.
Yeah.
And when you see them acting, it's like, are they acting? Robin Williams, the smile, the comedy.
Yeah.
You know,
Jim Carrey.
We build the suits of armours because we're so dark inside and suffering. We build these outer armours of smiles and comedy, and I'm the funny one, and I'm the nice one to be.
It's like a Halloween mask. That's what way I refer to it, as me being me. Yeah. I will be very nice. Like there's only two people that know the real me. Not even the people that have been in relationships with me, the people that know me personally. It's me ma and my sister Cody. Mainly my sister Cody. If it wasn't for her,
she's the eldest, isn't she?
She's the one who really, beside me and Annie as well. I didn't give her a mention, but I will. She really got me out of a lot of shit when I was younger. Mentally, physically, emotionally, brought me out on runs, did so much.
Your baby brother.
Went through anorexia when she was pregnant. She was heavily pregnant. So the pregnancy hormones, they go off, and then we say things we don't mean. And me and her have a healthy enough relationship. She moved out a couple of years ago, thank God. Like, if you listen to this, very relaxing now. I love it because I have my own personal space. No one's giving out, well, me ma, but I can deal with her.
You miss our presents every now and
No,
then.
no, I could visit. Yeah, that's grand, but no. I love having a big room in the house. That's grand.
Yeah, no, definitely, Zach. I think she'll understand though as well. And your other sister. So they're all gone. It's just you and your ma.
Just me, mom. I'm leaving now in 4 months.
Where are
Going
you
to
off
America.
to? Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know
going
we're
to
on
the
we're on an hour and 24 already. So
What?
I know I knew yours was going to go really quickly. They all do, but I knew this would. So tell me where you're at now and what how you are now on yourself and the future prospects on America. J1.
J1.
You're in college?
No, I won't.
Okay,
Work
but you can get a J1.
Yeah, no, I applied for it on campleaders.ie.
Okay, so I didn't know we could do that. Wow.
Yeah, so I get paid
So
decent money. You're working with underprivileged, like kids with diagnoses.
Amazing.
Like me. So, and there's health staff all over the gaff. That's what I love. I'm like, health staff, yeah, perfect. We have 20 staff. We have 2 days off a week. I originally got another job before that, but you only got 4 days off for summer. I was like, no, I don't want that. This one's 2 days off per week.
So you got to have
I'm in the middle of Virginia. So I can go to, did you ever see Vampire Diaries?
So jealous.
Vampire Diaries, I'm going to go to Covington. I'm going to go over there. I love Vampire Diaries. So I got to travel up near South Carolina. I'm going to do Tennessee. Then
You're so excited. I love it.
My friends that live in Florida. So I go stay with her for about 2 or 3 weeks and then go stay with another mate in Canada. I don't need a visa to go to Canada because I'm Irish. So we don't need that. Well, I think I don't.
I don't know, Zach. You better check that out. I don't know whether that's true. Check it out.
Yeah.
Depends on how long
you're $7 or something you have to pay for it. But
do your homework. Just check anyway.
2 months of working and 1 month of travel.
But you've just lit up telling me about all that. That is so exciting. And I'm so jealous, I have to say, because to have that freedom and to be able to do all those wonderful things.
I always wanted it. I wanted to do it when I was anorexic, but I never got the chance to.
Well, you wouldn't have been able to suffer from that. That's true.
Now I'm in a point where in my life where I have no responsibilities.
No.
I love doing my job.
You better be careful, especially with Spanish ladies, and make sure you look after.
God, no. Put a sock on it. I haven't been with anyone since. Actually, no. I'm
no one be giving up that J1 for anyone.
For any little one. I'm not looking for the buy one comes free type thing, if you know what I mean. I'm looking for that shite. No offense to anyone who does, but no, I'm going everywhere. I'm just going to travel. I'm going to do Winter Island in May. So I'm going to go, I think, 6 cities in all over Europe, just on the train.
I've heard so many people talk about that, and I would love, I don't care how old I am.
Do it.
Someday I will.
My mum only started living her life now, over the last 5-10 years. And she's a lot old, not a lot older than you, man. I'm sorry for saying a lot older, a little bit older.
Nicola will fucking kill you if she's listening. Nicola, that was him, not me. No. No, do you know what? Actually, it's something I always say, because I'm only starting to. I have no qualifications or anything, and I've started to.
You don't need it.
I know, but I need to have something stable work-wise for myself. So at the minute in college, I'm stuck here for.
What are you doing in college?
Counselling psychotherapy.
I didn't even know that.
No, there you go. Yeah, so I only started my 3rd year the weekend. I'm gone into my 3rd year.
I need my counsellor now. I'm a new therapist. I'm looking to get actually a new one as well.
So I'm busy with that stuff. But I'm probably the only 45-year-old who's really looking forward to a later life.
Yeah.
You know,
don't be afraid.
No, I'm not scared of too much. Zach, I have to be honest. I'm not afraid of getting old. I'm actually really enjoying the way I'm feeling inside at the minute. So the lines and the grey hair and the face, the changes that I'm noticing in the mirror. Do you know what? It's worth it because of how I feel.
You don't look 43. I can tell you one off. You look about 44. 29 or 30.
Thank you very well. I wouldn't go that.
Raised well.
You really will. I wouldn't go that far, Zach. Did you have your brush with you?
No.
Oh, it's in your pocket.
I was bringing a hairbrush with me.
I was like, how did I fucking miss that? The size of it. It's not even a little comb. So we're going travelling. We're going away in the morning, I know, and then you're going travelling. Relationships, you're very happy to be sorted out there. And
I get insecure about my looks. Very insecure. I'm not photogenic in my opinion. I get very, very insecure about who I am as a person.
Zach, I said to you before we started here, I says, and I don't mind saying it because I know I'm not, my daughter is saying, Ma, you shouldn't really say things like that to people. They might think, I said,
No, you're right.
I'm nearly fucking 44. I said, you're absolutely beautiful. No, you really are. And because I've never met you in person, I remember you as a young kid. You're absolutely infectious, and you've that smile. Your eyes light up when you smile, and your personality. You really do have everything going for you. You're very mature for your age, conversation wise, and
It took a lot. I was very immature for a long time, but I can hold conversations in terms of maturity and stuff like that.
Oh, nothing surer. I knew when I was on the phone with you, I said, this is not going to be difficult for me. The only difficulty I'm going to have is navigating this to try and, because
an actual interview, because we'll go up and down.
And I knew that because after chatting with you on the phone, and that's exactly what's happened, but I don't think people will mind because you've so much to say and offer people. I think for all ages. I mean, I'm taking stuff from you sitting here to see.
All I'm telling everyone is I'm living proof in terms of like you can get through shit and get the fuck back.
What was the biggest help for you, Zach?
Me ma.
Your ma.
Me ma, my sister, me nanny.
Because for some people that don't have that, their ma, it's anyone, isn't it?
The best thing then, honestly, and this is for me. This is for me coming down, being in touch with just your emotions and your feelings and letting yourself process these things, even if you don't want to, even if you do them in private. I did it. I cried a lot, got upset a lot, got moved. I spoke about. I screamed. I got angry. I let myself feel everything.
And isn't that the thing? Like, because people put a thing on, anger is a negative emotion. No, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's not. Anger gets shit done.
Yeah.
Anger lets you know that you're really passionate and fiery about something. Anger lets you tell someone the things that you need to tell them because you've been hurt, or to fuck off.
Yeah.
And to be sad, people say, stop crying to kids. No, let them cry.
No, let them cry.
Let them let it. Now, look, I didn't have this knowledge when I was a young mother. I was a kid. But, I do say to my sister and all now, let them just be emotional, let them be angry, let them be sad, and I only discovered this in college the other day. We were doing something on the board and I thought about, I only know I'm happy because I've been really sad.
Yeah.
I only know I can feel because I was so numb.
See, a lot of people seek happiness. I don't seek happiness.
You can.
I don't. There's no such thing. Happiness is an illusion, in my opinion. Happiness is in the moments of what you make. You could have a horrible day and forget all about it. But you could have that one joyful memory that will make everything. That would stick in. It's like a golden memory.
You've just said something there, and I'm 43, nearly 44, and I've just realised that life is full of moments.
Exactly.
It's not one state.
It's being within content with yourself.
It's not a state of happiness. It's not a state of sadness. It's not a state of anxiety.
State of life.
Yes, but you are going to experience moments of anxiety and moments of sadness and moments of joy, moments of anger. But life is made up of those moments.
Everything.
It's not a state, but we're all looking to be happy every day. It doesn't exist.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
You're chasing something that's not there.
It's not attainable.
Yeah.
It's not attainable.
You could have the most good-looking girl. You could have kids. You could have this. You could have that. You could have everything.
You
could have everything.
Bank balance and
money does make you a little bit more happier. I won't lie.
No, money
being comfortable.
Look, if you haven't got enough to pay the bills and stack the fridge up and put petrol in the car,
then
then you're fucking stressed.
Of course.
Yeah, you've.
I've never had that issue. My ma raised me to be a gentleman. My ma raised me to be the type of person where you pay for everything for a girl. You do this, you do that. If I'm bringing the girl up,
you're not splitting the bill at the meal.
Oh, I wouldn't know if I'm in a relationship. Like,
no, that's different.
A little bit like here and there. Yeah.
That was no, look, I mean, it's fine to go half in relationships, but I always think about the fourth date.
Oh no!
If
5-10 dates.
I don't know what it is about the fourth date. No, I haven't been on a fourth date in a very long time. I have a pretty full life at the minute, Zach. But so sorry, the support there, it was your ma, your nana, but that's what really made the difference, having someone to lean on.
Me granddad. We've gotten very, very, very close. I'm gonna know I haven't went to visit here and there, but lately over the last couple of months, I've developed a stronger bond with him than I didn't have before that. That makes sense.
Isn't that nice though?
Yeah.
It really is. To be repairing relationships so with people. I don't even mean repairing because there was nothing probably wrong with it, but just to be connecting again with people. Yeah, it's great to hear. What else, Zach? Is there anything else you'd like to?
I'd like to say.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, to the kids that are listening to this, to the younger people that are listening to this, just don't be so hard on yourself. I was always judgmental. You are your biggest judger. You will look at yourself in the mirror and notice every single imperfection that 100% of people won't notice unless you point it out.
No.
Like, I used to ask my friends, oh, how's my skin, how's my skin, how's my skin? They got to the point where they didn't even want to be around me anymore. Yeah.
It was that obsession, and it becomes excessive then, doesn't it?
It's too much.
It's too much for people to be around then.
Now it's time for, like, if you're listening to this, take life by the balls. If you're not good in school, that's okay. I wasn't the best in school either. But to be honest with you, I wasn't. And I don't care what anyone says. Education will help you in life, but it won't learn you in life. What they learn you in school, they don't learn you in life. They don't set you up for life. I didn't know what a tax was when I got out of school. I didn't know what meant how to pay bills when I got out of school. I never knew how to do anything like this when I got out of school. Never knew how to. I still don't really, realistically.
Like to function in this world. And look at everything we've spoke about. Like nothing from education, from school came into those issues, like speaking about mental health and the disorders that we've discussed. And, so I really think that probably should be a program introduced, shouldn't that, Zach?
100%.
They are getting better, though. I think they are getting a bit better, Zach. I would think
Mental
that from
health.
looking from where I came from. I had a secondary school teacher. I bumped into him in a hotel at Easter with me 3 young kids and my husband. And I was like, no way. His name was Mr. Adair, you won't mind. And he remembers me coming in pregnant at 15 into the school. And I was struggling in school as well. There was a lot going on at home and I wasn't great. I was falling asleep in the class and there was nothing in place for me. And he called me, he says, can I speak to you alone? And he brought me to the side. He said, I've always thought about you, Lisa. And I thought about how little we did for people like you, and particularly you at the time.
Is he still working as a teacher?
I'm not sure. I think he might be. And he says, I want to personally apologise for not being able to do more at the time for you. He said, we really let you down. And I remember going up to my husband really upset. I didn't care that the school didn't provide, but the fact that he acknowledged that there was nothing, put on. And I know they have changed from back then. Yeah. But you're talking about the 90s. But it was great to hear that he acknowledged the sack, Yeah. It really was.
It's good to own up to your mistakes.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it's brilliant. Once you own up and tell the truth will set you free. I used to be a pathological liar. Also good. White lies, law lies.
Did you, Zach?
I used to make up lies to make myself feel better.
Okay.
About life. Just tell everyone my dad's Italian.
Did you, Zach?
Even though we have the Italian ancestry, I still even till this day, it was like, my dad's half them. I think it was more so because I was, what am I supposed to say? My dad's in Italy? No, my dad's in a tent down in Cherry Street.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I never thought about it
my dad's an addict.
That was a nicer world for you to belong to.
There was a video on TikTok as well that was posted up about my dad robbing a bike. And I think I got about 200,000 views.
Good job.
And the minute
I never saw it.
I got taken down. The minute I seen the base, I was like, mate, take that down now. I knew the fella that posted it. He was outside Connolly Station underneath the, when you're walking up the escalator, just right underneath.
Yeah.
Where you park on the bikes, that's where it was. And he was riding the bike. About 2021, give or take. And he was bad. Yeah, bad.
See, I think the thing is we don't realise how much we affect kids, with an addiction and with the...
Even if you're away from them, that still affects them.
But you're explaining that, like pretending that your dad was from Italy and stuff. I think, like, I would know now listening. I knew at the time I was doing wrong, but not the extent of it. And it was only through listening to kids now that I realised the extent of what I was doing, the effects that I had on you. So I can imagine what that was like for you, Zach. And creating an alternative reality show, who wouldn't? Yeah. It's explainable. Yeah. It is explainable.
Then obviously like with the likes of like my ma.
I'd love people to be able to see our facial expressions. I really, really would.
Me ma. I love her more than anything, but
I can see that.
Character she is.
Yeah, she comes from a family of characters. So she does.
Like me nanny Jane would be the type of woman I go after.
I remember from a kid in the flats, like all your
You never go out. You never go without.
Mm,
You never go without. And
no.
that type of family, and I love it. They'll grind us. They will get, if they don't have money, they'll go out and get money.
Oh, they
One way or the other.
find it a way.
They'll find a way.
And they always kept ourselves so well. Like,
so
oh my
well.
God.
Me ma at the age of 15, the bigger bank balance than anyone else. She's like, yeah, you know, walk and doing a little thing here and there. Like,
the little thing and the walk.
yeah. Mm.
But it's one thing I'll always say about them all. They were big personalities and characters and always dressed. And I mean, even when you think of like makeup, like I didn't know anyone, it's big now, but years ago, like your ma and your aunts and all, they knew how to fucking wear makeup.
My Auntie Joey, especially.
Jamie's a really good friend of mine.
My Auntie Joey, especially. I remember when we were growing up.
I remember looking at her as a kid, and my ma would have been just like dressed as normal, like as it would be then. And I used to be in awe of Joey, like looking at her, and she was fucking
as well,
beautiful. And Sharon, they were stunning.
Oh.
Like we were kids, and we were like, oh my God, you know, they were really beautiful. So.
You know, tell them, I'm not going to lie, that woman raised, my ma passed away at 17, 16.
Yeah,
Then she raised X amount, I think it was almost 10.
There was a big group, I'm not sure the numbers that right now.
Millions.
She raised, that had to be a really tough situation.
Even with me dad, me dad and my ma said, I don't know which one's my cousin, which one isn't.
I thought the families are so big.
I'm related to the Moonies, the Mitchells, the Floods, the Caffreys, the Fayles.
They're all massive families.
Like, relate to everyone.
Yeah, you definitely trumped me. Definitely.
Families, you like it would. I'd be walking down up Charlotte Street, and I'd be the image of them all. The Moonies I got from me nanny. You
have the brown eyes,
the chocolate brown eyes,
the real brown eyes like the Moonies. Yeah, and then you can see your man in you. You have features of your man. You have the cheekbones and the structure of your man.
Didn't get me dad's big elephant there.
Poor Davey, if he's listening to this.
No, I'm sure I always love saying I'm the image of me nanny. Me nanny now lit, the big chocolate brown eyes.
Yeah, no, you definitely have the eyes.
I never forget. Chocolate bourbon biscuits.
She was lovely now, Lynn.
That's all she had was like gone off chocolate bourbon biscuits and a rocking chair and 50 cigarettes.
Yeah, the memories, Eddie.
It was 7 or 8 when she passed.
They would have been quite different grandparents, wouldn't they, to have? You are like...
Me nanny to one line too.
Yes, yeah.
I never would have went through anorexia if me nanny Nolly was alive.
No.
God, no, I never would have went through anything. No. She was that type. She was 80 the other day.
Was she? I actually saw something if I did your dad posted something. But look, you really have, I mean, I don't want to say this like the best of both worlds, but we also get the worst of both worlds too, don't we? In that.
I know, definitely. 100%.
Do you know what I mean? You have to take the good with the bad. And I think particularly from where we come from and the massive families and the generation and stuff and all the stuff I talk about on this podcast, it's a pretty big load for your generation to carry. But what I can see here today is how much you're changing that, that cycle. Yeah, right.
No, I just turned on my phone. I did.
No, grand. I was just making sure you weren't getting a call or anything.
No, I had it dead.
But it is great to listen to you because I know how difficult. I know the way we can pass down as parents that generational stuff from addiction and all those disorders that you spoke about here.
It hurts a lot, but. Yeah,
but I think hopefully with what I'm doing for myself and the changes, I'd be able to pass all this good stuff on to mine, and hopefully they get to pass on.
You raised them well, you did.
Look, we talk about it in the podcast. I did my best for a young mother and the tools I had, and then I didn't do my best because I couldn't, because I was going through all my own stuff, and I know the damage, like I'm very aware of it, and I hope now that every day I'm making amends with all that and I'm doing better and I am better and, I pass down better stuff now. But I'm looking at you sitting here and I hope Nicola and Davey, honestly, and your grandparents Jean are so proud of all the stuff you've overcome and the young people of your TikToks.
Even me nephews as well, little bollocks.
That get to talk to you. I mean, you are really a credit to people. You really are. You're wise beyond your years. I don't feel like I was sitting here talking to a 23-year-old. I feel like I was sitting with someone So much
That's why I
material.
love the 1980s music when I sent it.
Yeah, I was like, what music do you
Fleetwood Mac,
like? So on your I was like,
Prince,
lovely. Yeah.
or the Eagles. I love California, Hotel
Hotel
California.
California is a lovely
Oh,
song.
brilliant.
And do you know what? There's a real darkness to that. And then Dreams, there's a
Yeah.
real light. And I was
Yeah.
like, he's combining
Yeah.
both parts there, you
That's
know,
the type
with
of
both
person I am.
songs.
I love all 1980s, 70s, 60s music.
I love the 80s myself.
Oh,
the 80s
90s. Well, you
music.
grew up in the golden eras.
I did, yeah. All the rave music as well. You know that TikTok where you asked Amma to say how they dance in the 90s? Thank God she hadn't got the phone because I kicked out like a bit of a rave move for her.
I do post Robert Miles, Children.
Oh my God.
Oh, you do our vocals to that one, Rob.
It's a great one, it is. But you know what? I'm going mad to go to like a sober, and I know you do have them raves.
Me dad, we went to one a couple of months ago.
I think there was one on New Year's Eve. I never ended up going, but I was like, I still want to dance. I still want to move and listen to music, and I do. I have to start having.
I go to one as well.
I need to have a bit more fun. I definitely will.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not big on that.
You're not big on it. It doesn't bother me that, but I just wouldn't want to be at something where people are completely out of their head and locked.
Or Poland. Oh God.
Are they bad?
Oh my God. Every single one.
The Polish love, really.
Every single one was on.
They love the white.
They love everything.
Do they?
They're all zonked out of their head. I haven't believed like that. One fella's like that. I'm like, mate, it's half nine. The club hasn't even started. He's already taken 2 E's and he's leaves and gone off his head.
They wouldn't be any different to some Irish.
I went home early.
Well, at least you could. I didn't have that switch going home early the next morning. No.
Got a 0-0 whiskey and coke. Like poxy bleed, orange juice and a bit of coke was rotten off.
And you're better off just getting the orange juice.
Yeah, I should have just got the 7-Up.
You just feel like if I get this, it feels like it.
Like it feels like gives you that in your little vape as well.
No, I don't do it. Like I don't get 0-0s. They say they're only for non-alcoholic.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm an alcoholic, so.
My dad used to drink them.
Yeah, you know what? When I came out of my first treatment centre, I was drinking them, but it doesn't work. It doesn't.
It makes you actually want
to go back on. And then your brain thinks, it's associating it to alcohol because the taste is the same. So for me, I don't want to flip that switch again. So I stay away from anything that resembles,
alcohol.
Even I remember they'd pour your water into a wine glass in some restaurants, and for the first couple of years I wouldn't even pick up the stem of a wine glass because of the association. Now I'm in a much better place now and stuff like that doesn't bother me. But Zach, we're on 146 and I know I knew though I had a feeling this would be, because like most people I could sit here and talk for ages, but just to round it up, is there anything else that you want to finish with? Last word for you, and then I'll ask you a question after that.
Don't chase happiness. Chase memories, and don't be so hard on yourself.
That is really good, but simple. No, it really is. It's simple, and sometimes
safe and easy.
We can overcomplicate things for people.
Exactly.
And my final question then that I ask everybody: if you could tear down any wall, so it could be in society or internally, what wall would you tear down to make society or yourself
the stigma that men can't speak about them adult. That's the biggest stigma,
big
I think.
One, isn't it? And you would see that, wouldn't you, with the
majorly. Even anyone, but primarily men in today's generation. We hold the highest level of unaliving rates, suicidal rates. And I think it's because of that stigma. I think it's time for tear it down, be open.
Tear down that wall.
Break it down, smash it down. Just
I was going to start singing, I wanna run, I won't do that. The kids was like,
that's going to be the outro.
Don't start.
That's going to be the outro. We'll end up like...
It was great to speak about such serious issues with you and being able to incorporate a bit of fun with that too. This
was great. Honestly, I've never done that intimate with myself, but
it was. Did it feel okay?
Yeah, it was amazing
too? Because it felt.
I listened to this whole thing. I will.
Yeah.
2 hours. I will.
Oh, I love listening back to them. Yeah. And with some people, I don't even feel like I was there doing it because I'm listening to the person, and I get so much from it. It's amazing. It's like it's a double whammy for me. But that's a great one. And stigma. It's as I said, it's in that. There's so much stigma surrounding so much bullshit, isn't it? And talking about it like this, I hope helps. I really do. I get really passionate about that. Zach, it was an absolute pleasure. I knew I was going to
Pleasure
have a
as well.
little bit of fun. I really did. You are a delight. I've said it. You're infectious, even through a phone call, without even meeting me. And I wish you all the best. I hope you get to travel far.
Please God. Only if God puts me
Well,
right.
look, it's looking that
Yeah.
way for you. I hope, you know, that you're able to keep yourself well enough to be able to know when you're starting to feel
Slip
that
off.
anxiety or slip off. Because we're all, you know, we're human, we're still living, we're always going to have to maintain. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of lucky women out there. And yeah, I wish you all the best. Stay in touch.
100%.
And yeah, enjoy our travels. I hope you enjoyed the J1. And yeah, I think we'll end it there if you're okay to. Zach, I always give a hug at the end. Thank you.
It was an absolute pleasure. I'll
much.
make sure
Pleasure.
that I don't. Oh, your pleasure.
Zach, you smell beautiful.
That's me ma. It drives me mad. That was I don't even know what it is.
It's lovely anyway. It smells so nice. Tom Ford. It's beautiful.
Ombre.
So on that note, Zach, thank you so much. Thank you.